Sorry made, but life to me is way much more. No matter what it seems to be, it's always time to make a change. Sometimes all we need is only one more chance. So try, build a bridge over troubled waters, fly. If that's all that you have left to do, I want more. I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face. Love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more, no more sorrows, no more bad days. No more cries, no more dark hole place. No more fear, no more fight. Someone told me long ago that life is just a long road. Sorry babe, but life to me is way much more. No matter what it seems to be, it's always time to make a change. Sometimes all we need is only one more chance. So try, build a bridge over troubled water, fly. If that's all that you have left to do, I want more. I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face. Love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more, no more sorrow, no more bad days. No more cries, no more dark hole place. No more fear, no more fight. I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face. Love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more sorrow, no more bad days. No more cries, no more dark hole place. No more fear, no more fight. Let the sun on the way shine, shine. Let the sun of the new age shine, 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 shine. of getting together. It's always good to do the good. I do believe the world can be better, and I know that you believe it too. Papa, Mama, brothers and sisters, let's get ready for a new dawn. This is the time for those big changes we have all been waiting for so long. Listen to this call, the time is right now. Here is the place, so let's move in a faster pace. Jesus waiting for us to spread His grace. It's always good of getting together. It's always good to do the good. I do believe the world can be better, and I know that you believe it too. Papa, Mama, brothers and sisters, let's get ready for a new dawn. This is the time for those big changes we have all been waiting for so long. Listen to this call, the time is right now. Here is the place, so let's move in a faster pace. Jesus waiting for us to spread His grace. Listen to this call, the time is right now. Here is the place, so let's move in a faster pace. Jesus waiting for us to spread His grace. Jesus waiting for us to spread His grace. Sometimes it's not so easy. Sometimes it's not so close. Sometimes we build our dreams, but then we see them decompose. When you feel down the dumps, feeling sad and blue, give life a chance, my friend, the sun will shine again on you. Believe you can come through. The rainy days are true. Have little faith in you. Maybe tomorrow you can dream all your dreams again. Though some sorrow remains, it doesn't mean the end. Believe you can come through. The rainy days are true. Sometimes okay to feel blue. Have little faith in you. Dream all the dreams again. Though some sorrow remains, your dreams can get you through. Have little faith in you.
Jesus, and when I close my eyes, I can feel all His light. I open my heart for all He has to say. He shows me the best way I can enjoy my life. Jesus, Jesus, they never we apart. Please bring all your light to shine inside my heart. Jesus, Jesus, I can be content. I have your endless love and your protecting hand.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our Spirit Talk. We thank everyone for joining us tonight. Before we start, we would like to share a couple of announcements. We ask you to turn off your phone notifications and find a quiet place to stay during this time if possible. Our meeting will have a 30 minutes presentation followed by Q&A. Then, after the presentation, we will have a spiritual treatment with passes and magnetized water. So we invite you to set aside a container with water to be magnetized. Our meeting is being retransmitted today by Continental Conference Americas through their Facebook and also every Wednesday at 8 p.m. by Kardec Radio through their Facebook and YouTube. For those who want to learn more about Spiritism, Get to Know to Spiritism is a free and online course that happens every Saturday at 5:15 p.m. Eastern. New class will be started in fall. More information will be given soon, so stay tuned. We offer virtual live gospel at home. Did you know that? The gospel at home is an effective support for you and your family's spiritual harmony. We will motivate and guide you in establishing and maintaining the Gospel at Home study meetings. By posting the chat, you can request it. Please let us know. You are welcome to include your or someone else's names on the list of positive vibrations for incarnate or discarnate. The person you indicate will be assisted by good spirits to provide healing energy and strengthen goodwill. Please find the link in our chat. The topic of today's meeting will be prayer for the sick and obsessed, items 77 to 84 from chapter 28, a collection of Spiritist prayers, which will be facilitated by our brother Lucas from London, Ontario. Everyone, it's welcome to write comments and questions in the chat, and they will be addressed at the end of the talk. So, and now we would like to invite our tonight's speaker, who will also do our opening prayer as well. Welcome, Lucas. How are you, my friend?
Hi, thank you so much. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm very happy to have you here. Okay. So I will leave you and you do your prayer and I will come back after your talk. Okay.
Sure, no problem. I
I'll see you
just
later.
before we start, I want to thank you for this opportunity again to be
Okay.
closing the book as I opened 2 years ago.
Yeah,
It's my
yeah, of
pleasure
course.
to
Yeah, you started and now
for the
you are closing
introduction,
the
the
book.
last chapters. Yeah, so
Yeah, we
always
are
nice to
very
be here.
happy. Yeah,
Awesome.
every
All
time
right.
you are here, we are very happy to have you here. Okay,
So
I'll
am
see
I.
you
All
later.
right. See you later.
Bye-bye.
All right. Welcome, everyone. I invite you to close your eyes. We're going to sit comfortably, relax, take a deep breath, and then we're going to connect our minds our hearts, our pure energy, with our mentors, with our spiritual friends, with all the fraternities in space that are always guiding us, helping us. We connect with them, feeling love, peace, harmony. We humbly thank all these spiritual friends, the heralds of Jesus. We thank our Master, of course, our brother Jesus, and our Father for this new opportunity to be here again, together, learning about His gospel, learning about love, how to help each other, how to help and improve ourselves. And of course, since tonight's talk is about prayer, I want to do the prayer that our Master Jesus left us, the one that's the most beautiful and complete, the one that connects us with our Creator, with our Heavenly Father. And we say all together, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy is the power and the glory today and forever. So be it. Well, thank you so much. I know we've been talking the past few meetings, we've been talking about prayers. There are so many beautiful prayers, so many of them. So this is chapter 28, items 77 to 88. The last two examples they have here for the prayers are prayers for the sick and obsessed. All right, just quickly, I just want to recap something. I'm pretty sure everybody mentioned that before, but why do we do prayers, right? What are prayers? What is the nature of prayers? Kardec, of course, just like we are always questioning ourselves as a scientist, on the book of Spirits book, he actually asked the spirits about prayers. So we can find it on that book, question number 659. He asked to the spirits, what is the general nature of prayer? And the spirits of
Lucas, you are on the mute. We cannot hear you.
Oh, I'm
You are
sorry.
on mute.
Sorry. Did you?
Okay.
I don't know when that happened. Should I
Okay.
start?
See you later.
All right. So let me start again. I'm sorry. So we're. Hopefully you heard my prayer. So I started with Our Father, this beautiful prayer that Jesus left us. Now we're talking about the prayers for the sick and obsessed, right? And before I start, I don't know what's going on. I hope you can hear me. Sorry. So we're talking about the nature of prayers. What is the general nature of prayer? That's question 659 from the Spirit's book. And then the Spirits answered, prayer is an act of worship. Praying to God is a means to think, get closer, and communicate with God. A person who prays may do three things: praise, ask, and offer thanks. And based on what I do, and most people I know, I believe we're very constantly just asking, right? We only usually, of course, usually, not always, but usually we're just praying, asking for things, asking for repentance, asking for help, or usually when we're troubled and we need something, we want something from God. And then, of course, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Pray and ask God for something. But it's so much more than that. We should also praise this beautiful creation, including ourselves, and offer thanks to everything. So how many times, now that we're going to be talking about praise for the sick, do we wake up and thank God for not being sick, for being healthy, for having a new day, another opportunity to move on, to learn, to do better, right? So prayer is a very powerful tool that can help us reconnect with the divine, with God. Now, a lot of people I know, for example, especially in public, they don't want to pray because, we have this, maybe it might be common sense that a lot of people think that praying something so special that we should have a formula or beautiful words, fancy sentences. But no, that's not how Spiritism teaches us. Spiritism, and that's another question from the Spirit's book, question 658. Kardec asked, is prayer pleasing to God? Of course, the Spirits answered, prayer is always pleasing to God when it comes from the heart. Intention is everything in God's eyes, and a prayer from the heart is preferable to one read from a book, no matter how beautiful it may be. If you read more with the lips than with your heart, with your thought, prayer is pleasing to God when it's offered with faith, passion, and sincerity. So again, you might ask yourself, so yeah, the Spirit said that you need to pray from the heart. We don't need a book, but we have prayers in the Gospel according to Spiritism. Why are they there? Have you asked yourself this question? I have. I was like, why do we have so many prayers if we just pray and ask God? Again, it doesn't have to be something fancy. It has to be from the heart. We have to have meaning because our minds, our thoughts, they're powerful, right? All the energy surrounding us, they are commanded by our minds. Our perispirit, there's so much more to discuss, but in general, our minds are powerful. And prayer is a very powerful tool connected with our minds and with the divine. So when we talk to, let's say, our parents, our brothers and sisters, do we use fancy words? No, we just talk normally. So why, when talking to God, would we need fancy, beautiful words? I mean, I'm not saying we're going to use, something bad, dirty words. No, none of that. But we can be simple. It can be simple. It has to be simple. It has to come from the heart. You can use beautiful words, of course, if you know them. But if you don't, maybe this comes from a time when, long time ago, high priests or religious people, they were the ones doing the prayers in Latin, for example, and most common people, they didn't know how to use the prayers. And then they thought that only like those people's prayers were important, that would reach God. But that's not how it is. All of us, each of us can and should connect with God's at any time, at any moment, if we just think about God, about our existence, our creation, if we ask, if we thank, and of course, if we praise God. So we can do it at any time, no matter where we are. If you have any troubles, any problem, stop, breathe, think of God, think of something beautiful, and talk. Right? And you don't need to say it out loud. You don't need to. You just need to feel it. It has to come from the heart. Now, in this chapter specifically, we're gonna see a few examples of prayers for other people, for ourselves, for other people, for spirits, and then we think, can we effectively pray for others? That's actually one good question from the Spirit's book, question 662. And the question is, can we pray effectively for others? The answer is, of course we can. It says that people who pray exercise an influence through their desire to do good. And they then attract this, again, they attract this energy, good spirits who take part in the good they desire to do. So again, our mind is very powerful. The energy we have, the beautiful energy we have in our bodies, in our spirit, can attract good spirits. But as we know, we see later, depending on the energy we're vibrating, it could also attract spirits that are lost, that are not so good. So through our thoughts and will, we will possess the power to action and change the physical world. So there are many studies right now about the power of prayer, especially for those who are sick, who are in hospitals, who have this maybe terrible illnesses, and when they pray, they feel better, or that might change. Something that a long time ago we learned as miracles is actually the power of prayer, the power of our thoughts, the power of the mercy of God. So it's not necessarily a physical miracle. It's just the energy we are connected to can help us, can help those who are sick, can help those who are obsessed, can help anyone, especially mostly ourselves. Now we start then with the item 77. I'm just going to double check here. Yes, it is 77, the item 5. So prayers for the sick. So before we talk about the prayer, what is the illness, right? Illness is actually, we know we are now on a planet of trials and atonements. So this, everything we have here right now is, of course, because we have to go through these hardships, these challenges, and illness is one of these challenges. Because again, this is not a primitive world anymore. It's transforming into a place of regeneration. It's still a place of trials and atonements. And one of these atonements, these trials, is to get sick, because that's part of the law of nature, right? So we have this physical body that one day our energy will expire, and because of that, of course, we get sick. So that's normal. That's okay to be sick. We all will at some point. Of course, if you don't die prematurely for any other reason, you will get sick somehow, because that's how nature adjusts the energy, everything we do. So it's part of the vicissitudes of earthly life to be sick, to get sick, not only ourselves, but pretty much everyone. Now, when we think about illnesses, we might think, oh, I'm sick just because it's a punishment from God or whatever. But no, the main reason we get sick, we suffer from so many different illnesses, guess what? It's coming from ourselves, from our actions, from our impurities, right? Do we always take good care of our body, this gift we got from God? Do we always exercise as much as we should? Do we eat as well as we can or should? We know the answer, right? For everyone, very rarely somebody is always exercising, having a healthy life. And because of that, since we know that this matter will suffer from the loss of energy, of the vital fluid, of course, if we don't take good care of this, we will eventually get sick. So our passions, they are corrosive, right? Our actions, we know, we studied before action and reaction. We saw that in the gospel according to Spiritism and the Spirit's book, action and reaction. If we don't do something we should be doing in order to preserve, to have a better life, we are paying the consequences. But that's because of our actions. God is not punishing us. We're not getting sick just because God wants or we deserve. Of course, there are many cases that we choose that. Again, we are in a place of trials and atonements. We try being sick or very sick or have any certain condition as a test to improve, to learn, to be better. So as an opportunity to purify ourselves based on earthly experiences. So that could come from previous lives, that could come from our choices before we incarnate again, and then we ask for X or Y disease and challenges again to be better, to evolve. But it's mostly because of our choices, right? And that's for everyone. But of course, it's not only that. Just because we're sick and we're suffering, again, pain is mandatory because it's flesh. Pain is mandatory, but suffering is optional. So we might get sick, we might have a lot of pain, but suffering, it's up to us. So, and then we might think, okay, I'm sick, I got to go through this pain and there's nothing I can do. No, that's not the right answer. We have to fight back. It's not because we get sick, because we will get sick, because there are so many illnesses that we shouldn't do anything. Again, one of the objectives of our incarnation is to improve not only ourselves, but everything around us, the planet, the universe. So God gives us right now tools, opportunities to improve our present situation. So we need to put more effort into curing diseases, coming up with better medicines and treatments. Of course, you're sick, your body's sick, go to a doctor, go to a hospital. prayer will for sure help, but we always advise you have to. You are here. This is a material world, so you need material medicine, material treatment. The prayer will for sure make a lot of difference, but you still need material care because again, this is a material world. So Spiritism teaches us that, of course, we should seek for help. We should try to improve our treatments, our medicines, everything, and of course, take better care of ourselves and other people. They should do the same. As I said, exercise, eat healthy, take the right medicines, right? Because that's something we have to do. But of course, if there is something that at least temporarily, we know there are a lot of diseases we cannot cure yet on this planet. Spiritism teaches us to support these passing miseries with resignation. That means we have to accept, right? So, all right, unfortunately, there's not much I can do to cure myself, to cure others. However, I'll do what I can. I'll do my best to help, to at least suffer less. Again, the pain is mandatory. Suffering is optional. We can sit and cry forever and suffer and like, oh, I can't do anything. I'm just gonna die and accept that. No, that's not what one has to do. We have to accept resignation, but that means still fight back, still fight hard for life until the very last moment. Again, this is a test, and if we want to pass, we can never give up. Okay, so if God had not wished that certain cases, bodily sufferings be dissipated and softened, then we wouldn't have the possibility of cure within our reach. So if you have possibility to be cured, again, that's because God allows us to do that. So, but we need to go after the cure, the right medicine. We have the instinct of self-preservation, and that's not something bad. We might think that instinct is something bad, but no, instinct can work with intelligence. So we put them together and we fight harder. We apply everything we know, our science, to help those who are sick. But of course, sometimes we cannot. There is just so much we can do, and if we can't cure whatever it is, we accept it, and we can still pray to to the good spirits and Jesus and God. Maybe they can. I'm pretty sure they can if they want. If we deserve, of course, as well. If we have the merit, we can be cured even without earthly medicines. But again, we got to keep insisting. So there are three prayers in this part here. One is, of course, for those who are sick. So, for example, if you know anyone you know or like, you care about, even if it's somebody you don't really know, and of course, you should care about these people because we should even pray for our enemies. So, the item 78 is a prayer for ourselves. If we are sick, we should do that prayer. It's very short. It's asking Jesus for the cure if, of course, we deserve it, for the right treatment, and of course, not only asking, but also telling God that we learn, asking God that we learn from that disease, from that opportunity. The next item is prayers for another person who are sick, a brother, a sister, anybody. So if you know somebody who is sick, who needs help, pray for that person. I was gonna say we never know, but we know. Now we know that praying for someone will make a lot of difference. All the good vibration, the good energy that we have in our body, in our mind, in our spirit, will go to that person. And as they receive it, they will feel better. Right? So, and last but not least, there is item 80, a prayer for those mediums who have the healing power, the healing mediums. I know that's not so common, especially in a lot of countries like Canada, for example. In Brazil, we do have more maybe healing mediums. So these are those who use their mediumship, their desire to help others to cure people using a spiritual means. So that's the last item of this part here, prayer for the sick, one for ourselves, one for those who are sick, and one for those mediums who will be the actually instrument of God in helping curing other people. Right. So that's the first part. Now we have also pray for those who are obsessed. So obsession, just so we know, is the persistent action which all inferior or maybe bad spirits, or just those who are still lost, seeking revenge, they act over an individual. We know that obsession is something we can actually do to ourselves as well, because with our bad thoughts, bad energy, poor vibration, we can actually obsess ourselves and even obsess others, incarnate with obsessing another incarnate, but we're mostly talking about discarnate individuals obsessing somebody who's incarnate. Why are they doing that? Why are they obsessing? We know that in the same manner that physical imperfections result in illnesses, which afflict the body, moral imperfections, they allow access of a bad spirit. So again, we take care of our physics, but we don't take care of our mind, of our spirit. We can be obsessed, anyone can be, because we're paying attention to the wrong things, right? We need also, as we take medicines and exercise to fortify our body, we also need to fortify our soul, our spirit. So we need to pray. We need to watch and pray, as Jesus said, right? Watch and pray. Watch our thoughts. Watch our actions. Pretty much everything we do. So we know we're doing the right thing according to our conscience, according to the divine laws. We have free will. We have our willpower. So if we don't want to be obsessed, we need to do our best. We need to fortify our soul. And in many cases, the obsessor, the spirit that's obsessing somebody with ideas, very rarely controlling actions, but more with ideas, with thoughts, with bad impressions. They're only doing that because the person who's being obsessed, they allow that to happen. Or maybe they asked for that to happen as a challenge, as an opportunity to help the obsessor. We might think very commonly that the obsessed is a victim, but they're not always a victim. Actually, they're very rarely a victim. We know there is a lot of wrong, but there's never a victim. If that's happening to them, it's again because they let it happen, or because the obsessor, somebody from the past, who is just seeking revenge for an action that was taken by the obsessed. The obsessed maybe did something really bad to that person. Now the other spirit is trying to revenge. Is that right? To revenge? It's not. Of course, we know it's not. So we must, in that case, think of that relationship as somebody who did something wrong, who now is paying not the price, maybe the consequences, action and reaction. So we have to not only try to help, maybe with passes, with spiritual treatment, with inner renovation for the obsessed, but also we should and we have to help the obsessors, those who are maybe lost, those who think maybe that's the only answer to continue with this revenge, with these thoughts, with this obsession. So then the book brings now 3 prayers again. One is for those who are obsessed. So let's say we are obsessed. So we can, item 82, there's the prayer there, asking God to take those bad spirits away from us. Does it help asking, praying? It does, for sure. But what if we just pray and we don't change our acts, our thoughts, our minds, everything, our act, everything we do, right? If we don't do that, if we just pray can help temporarily, like a passy can help temporarily, spiritual treatment, but we need to change. So we can pray for ourselves and ask protection from the good spirits, from Jesus, from God, from obsessors. So that's one item. The next one, that's item 83, that is for the another person, a third party who is obsessed. So for ourselves, again, like when we're sick, for others, a third party who is obsessed, because yes, they're suffering. We need to pray for them, but if we can, we also need to guide them so they can change, so that that situation stops. And third, last but not least, there is the prayer for the obsessor, for the spirit that's obsessing. Because again, might be doing that spirit might be doing the wrong things for X many reasons. Are they wrong? Yes, they are, but they're also suffering. Yes, as they put themselves in the situations of obsessing, they are suffering. Maybe they don't know any better, so we have to always pray for them as well. Don't we pray for enemies? If they're obsessing us, if they're maybe enemies from past lives, we should also pray for them so they can seek for help. They can understand what they're doing, what are the consequences of their actions, and of course, for good spirits, for Jesus to help them, to guide them, to throw some light and guide them through going to the right path. Okay, so again, praying is never a guarantee that you won't get sick, that it will be cured, or that the obsession will go away. There's no guarantee, of course, but it's a very, very powerful tool. It's probably the best tool and option we have in any case, because again, we're connecting with our Father, the one who created us, the one who's doing everything for us. And if we can, at any time, wherever you are, in a quiet place, at home, even in a hospital, just think of Jesus, think of our Father, connect deeply from the bottom of your heart, and ask, but also thank, because even though we were going through this hardship, it is, as I said, another opportunity to learn from it, to transform ourselves. And if it doesn't happen on this life, maybe in another existence, we will change and things will be better. So do that. Keep asking, keep changing, keep praying. Right. So in order to guarantee liberation from the obsessor, we do recommend the prayer, but we also recommend the person to change, to persevere. If we're sick or not, let's persevere. Let's continue trying, understanding our situation, cooperating with others the way we can, so things can be better. All right. So this is the end of this beautiful book, The Gospel According to Spiritism, and the end of this part. There is just a remark here. Let me just open it quickly. We of course, I would recommend everyone at any time to read this chapter because it's a lot, and there are so many beautiful prayers. As I said, they are not. Kardec didn't want to bring this prayers as a formula, saying that if we are praying for an obsessor, for the sick, for those who are discarnate, we have to read that book. It's just, for example, maybe we are so stressed, we're so lost, we don't know what to do. These prayers will serve as a guidance, as a model for us to pray. You can pray using the prayers here, reading them. That's totally fine. If you want to read, that's okay. However, you need to feel what you're reading. You need to make sure it touches you. It comes from your heart. So you can read anything pretty much. There's so many beautiful prayers, not only on this book, but so many beautiful books, Spiritists or Spiritist books or not. There's so many beautiful prayers. So as long as you are connecting with God, with nice benefactors, with nice pure spirits, as long as you're doing that and asking from the heart, you should be fine. You will be able to feel this energy around you changing, and you're gonna feel everything around you changing. All right, so that's what I wanted to talk to you today about. That's the end of the book. Of course, I've read it many times, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna do it again, because despite the fact that we read it so many times, we only take like this much every time. It is a lot, but again, as long as we learn a little bit, that's enough. We're here. That's what reincarnation is for. We're here to learn step by step. We are progressing. So prayer, no matter what you're praying for, it is a magnificent tool. So thank you so much. I appreciate this opportunity to open and close the book, and I'll be very happy whenever I'm invited to talk more about this beautiful words, this beautiful teachings of Jesus, the spirits, Allan Kardec.
Thank you so much, Lucas. It
You're
was
welcome.
great, your talk. Very instructive. It was really nice that you brought some like questions from the Spiritist book, right? That
Hmm.
matches with the theme that you brought to us tonight.
Yes.
And just to everybody, just to let everybody know that we posted in the chat the link so you can download the Gospel According to Spiritism, and you can read all those prayers that Lucas was saying here. And thank you so much once again for do the initial talk and the final talk of the book with us. Okay, but we do have some questions. I think my computer is a little um it's a little slow. I don't know if you guys are listening to me well. We do have one question. First question from our friend and brother Rodrigo Farias. He's asking, in these situations, does praying in group multiply the effectiveness of the prayer?
I would say it can. It's not because of the number of people. Jesus said, as long as there are two or more in his name, there he will be. And of course, if there is this bigger connection amongst everybody who's praying, yes, for sure, there will be a bigger light, a bigger energy. So I would say it does help. Of course, for example, if we have a common group, like a common friend who's sick, and we all pray for that person, that is certainly something beautiful to do. But again, I don't remember, I don't recall right now where exactly that is in the Spirit's book or the Gospel, but I believe our Allan Kardec asked or explained something about it, and it said that as long as the group is connected, actually, I think that's in the medium's book, because in a mediumistic meeting, for example, there's a group of people praying together, working together, and as long as they're deeply connected, as long all of them, the prayer comes
The
from
same
all of their
intention.
hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all have the same intention. It will multiply. It will make everything prettier and greater for sure.
Yeah, for the planet, for everyone, right?
Yeah,
And
so
one
that's yeah.
thing that in past talks, Publio was saying that I don't remember the person. My memory is
Hmm.
it's so bad, but he was saying that someone I don't remember if it was Madre Teresa that
Hmm.
she used to pray without saying any words, just thinking, like just her thought, just like the connection with God without saying any words. And that's it, right? It's
Yeah.
your heart, right? That you were saying. Okay, thank you. And we have one more from myself. You said something about it, but like I would like you, if you can, like to explain a little bit more. Like it's good to know that we can help sick people through our prayers, right? You were saying that.
Hmm.
So is there any specific way to do this prayer? Like specific words, or what do you
Yeah, that
think?
comes back to the prayer itself. We discussed that there is no right or wrong way to pray, as long as you even mentioned Mother Teresa, if you're connecting from your heart, you don't even need to say words. You just think, I want myself or this person to be better, to receive love, to feel better sensations. So there's no formula. Again, there's no specific words, as long as it comes from the heart. Of course, using the examples from Kardec in the book,
Mhm.
these prayers,
Good,
or from
right?
any
Yeah.
book, from the
Yeah.
Bible, they will for sure maybe help us focus on what
Yeah.
we're praying for, so that they do help. Actually, I believe they do help, because they help us focus our intentions. But again,
Mhm.
no need, if you don't have any book, any words, just pray with your hearts, with the words. If they're sincere, they will reach uh, God.
That's great because, like, we know lots of people sometimes they are shy and they don't want to say a loud prayer, right? Because they say, "Oh no, I don't know how to use my words. I don't have beautiful words to say in this prayer, but
Yeah.
we don't need that, right?
Yeah, no need for fancy vocabulary. A lot of people are shy, but we know, and we've been discussing that lately here in London. When people are shy, they're actually proud because they don't want to sound like they're making mistakes, or they don't want to sound like they don't know a lot. But again, this is pride. We cannot be proud when talking to God. We have to be just sincere and true. We're not proud when talking to people we know around us, people who
Yes,
we think know us and live with us. God knows us better than anyone else, so we shouldn't be shy at all, right?
it's
Of
true.
course, again, having beautiful words, it's nice if you mean them, but you don't need that.
Great, great thing that you brought to us. Yeah, I'm gonna think about that. Like,
Mhm.
I know, like my English. I'm. It's the English is my second language, right? So I know for sure that my Portuguese is much better than my English. So my
Mhm.
I usually say that my English is a work in progress. But like I do, like if I know that I do lots of mistakes here when I'm saying something. Sometimes I forget the words. Sometimes my grammar is not good. But like, um, I try to do my best. I think we can
Mhm.
relate this with the prayer, right? Like we need
Yeah.
to do our best when we are connecting with God, right?
That's absolutely true. Same thing for me, for myself. Like English is not my first language, but again, it doesn't matter. I remember when you started, and I even sent you like a something, and I was like, I'm pretty sure you can do it because when you do it from the heart. It touches everyone, so it's good. So just try it. Just don't need to be shy. Like we all understand that we all have different experiences. We all speak
Mhm.
different languages. But again, to the spirits, it's not the language that matter. They don't speak any specific language. They
Yes.
even don't even might not even use words, depending on their evolution. It's just the
Yes.
feelings,
Thoughts,
right?
feelings, right?
Yeah.
Okay, once again, thank you so much.
You're
I'm
very
very, very
welcome.
happy to have you here. Always, always. You
So
are
am I.
always welcome. And maybe you will be the first one
To do it again.
yeah, to do again.
I can do
Make this
that.
a tradition.
Why not, right? Maybe the third time we read the book, I'll start and finish it on, or whenever.
Yeah, because every time we read like a passage in the like not only the gospel, but
Mm,
whatever. We always learn something new, right? Every time that
that's true. Yeah,
we read something, right?
yeah.
Okay, my brother, my friend, I thank you once again in name of the Spiritism Canada, and you will always be welcome here. Okay,
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Love you.
love you too. Okay, so thank for your participation in the chat. We will now move to the preparation for the tonight's spiritual treatment. PAS is the transfusion of spiritual energy with the goal of assisting with our physical, emotional, and mental balance. PASs help us to restore a state of harmony and peace by replacing negative energy with health and positive energy. In order to receive the best benefits from passes, please follow the audio instructions or remain in prayer. You may close your eyes to help you with mentalization. During the pass, the water you set aside will also absorb the spiritual energy that you and your family can benefit from. And now we will make a prayer in preparation for the Pass, which will be our closing prayer as well. Okay, so I invite everyone to close your eyes if you wish and feel comfortable. Elevate our thoughts, thanking God, Jesus, Mary, dear Lord. We thank you for this blessed night and for everything we learned during the tonight's talk. May we can practice your teachings and may we can pray for every person in this planet May we always watch and pray ourselves to help one another and to stay in the good and to improve ourselves every day and to fortify our souls. We ask you, Jesus, and the good spirits to help all the people who are suffering in this moment, the people who are sick in the hospital, people who are in the countries in war. Please, God, help everyone in this planet. We ask you to bless us during this treatment and that we can finish it better than when we started. Please bless our week, our steps, our family, friends, and once again, we thank you for everything you have done for us, and we ask you once again to stay with us today and always. So be it.
Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage. A clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capharnaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from his love come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, his warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. Trust him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We will be back next Tuesday here on Spiritism Canada and Continental Concapas Americas at 8:30 p.m. East, and next Wednesday on Kardec Radio at 8 p.m. Please don't forget to follow us on Spiritism Canada on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and the Spiritist group Path of the Light on Facebook as well. Have a good night.
Helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see all these transformations, we just